So today we shall start with ratio, chapter 6, in which we shall learn about the comparison of two or more quantities of the same kind, and it should have same unit. Once again, comparison of two or more quantities, isn't it? So when have you ever compared horses with donkeys? I think no, you cannot compare horses with donkeys. Yes, but if you are talking about their age, if you are talking about their weight, if you are talking about their height, then of course you can make comparison. This means that it should be, the ratio is between two or more. You can also compare a horse, a donkey and a camel age or weight of the same kind, and it should have same unit. Means if you are comparing hour, if you are comparing 3 hour and 12 hour, if you are comparing them, then in that case both of them should have the same unit. If they do not have the same unit, then in that case you need to convert them into the same unit. For example, here if you have 100, or you have 10 rupees, and here you have about 200 paise. So in this case, since both of them have different units, so you have to compare, you have to convert them into same unit. Means this 100 rupees, 10 rupees will become 1000 paise, and here this 200 paise will be 200 paise. Now when you are comparing it, that is 1000 paise by 200 paise, you will get 0 cancels, 0 cancels, 2 1 times, 5 times. So 1:5. The ratio between these two quantities is equal to 1:5. Do not write 1/5 because this is in fractional form. 1/5 is in fractional form, where it means 1 out of 5, but here it means that two quantities, when you are comparing it, if one is 1, the other is 5, isn't it? Or other is 5 times more than the first one. Therefore, what did we find here? In 1:5, when you are talking about 1:5, then I find that a ratio is a pure number and has no unit. So when you write 1:5, or when you write 6:7, or 3:2, you find that it is a pure number and it does not contain any unit like kg, meter, seconds or whatever. A ratio must always be expressed in its lowest term or the simplest form. Means here if you have 6:12, it is better that you convert this into its lowest form. Means you have to keep on cancelling till you attain the smallest form of these two numbers, like 3 2 times 6 and 3 4 times, similarly 2 1 times and 2 times. Therefore 1:2 is in the form of the lowest term. If each term of ratio is multiplied or divided by the same number, for example, if you have a ratio 3:2, this is a ratio 3:2. Now, if you are multiplying these 3:2 by 4 on both the sides, you will get 12:8, and this 3:2 will be equal to 12:8. Therefore, if you are multiplying two ratios by a particular number on both sides, on the right hand side as well as on the left hand side, the value that you will get will be equal to the original quantity. This means, this is very important, if you have a number 3:2 and if you multiply both the sides by x, so naturally this 3:2 will be equal to 3x:2x, where x is a common factor of 3x and 2x, common factor. So when you will solve this 3x by 2x, you will find that they will get cancelled, and finally you will get 3/2 or 3:2. Now, starting on to the first exercise, question number 1, what I find that the same variety of question, the same type of question has been given in question number 1. Now, let me remind you that this is not an entertainment channel. Neither we are here to entertain you people. If you really have the sense of learning, you should devote your time on this, otherwise it's of no use. When you come to number 1, what in question number 1 they tell you that express each of the given ratio in simplest form. Of course, what we had learned previously was that ratio should be expressed in simplest form, like 22:66. So how are we going to solve this? We will solve in this way: 22/66. 22/66, then we shall cancel it. 11 6 times and 11 2 times. Similarly, 2 1 times, 2 3 times is equal to 1/3, but finally you have to mention it as 1:3, because we have to write this ratio in its simplest form, in ratio only. When you have a number like 1:5, isn't it? 1:5, 1.5:2.5. How are we going to write it? In the same way as I said, 1.5/2.5. Now, you know that if you remove one place of decimal from the denominator towards your right hand side, you have to do the same thing in the numerator also. So I have removed one place of decimal towards the right hand side from the denominator and one place from the numerator, which is equal to 15/25. Now, can you simplify it? Yes. 5 3 times, 5 5 times is equal to 3/5 or 3:5. Isn't it? This is equal to 3:5 is the ratio. Now, 6 1/4. In number 3 we have 6 1/4, a ratio 12 1/2. So before we start solving it or simplifying it or cancelling it, we have to convert this into improper fraction. 6 4s are 24 plus 1, 25 by 4 is to 12 2s are 24 plus 1, 25 by 2. So what I find that I have to make this simpler. This can become simpler only if the denominator does not exist or we are able to remove the denominator. In order to remove the denominator, we have to multiply both of them by a specific number so that the denominator gets cancelled. Now, from where you got this specific number? By taking out its LCM. The LCM of 4 and 2 is equal to 2 times 4 to 1 times. This means 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So I multiplied both the sides by 4. Why? Because we had already learnt now that if you multiply the numerator and denominator, or the right hand side and the left hand side of the ratio, by any number, the value doesn't change. So let me see. Let me cancel it. It got cancelled to 2 times 4. So finally we got 25. We got here 25 is to 25 into 2, or 25 into 2 is equal to 50. This can be written as 25 by 50. Now still you can cancel this because we have to mention it in simplest form. 25 1 times 2 times is equal to 1 is to 2 in the simplest form. Okay. When you come to the other question, like simple questions like 40 kg, number 4, you have 40 kg is to 1 quintal, isn't it? 40 kg is to 1 quintal. So 40 kg is to 1 quintal. So you should know first that this 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. So when 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg, we will be writing the same ratio. 40 kg is to 100 kg. Why? Because we have to convert them into the same unit. So here on both the sides the kg or the unit of kg exists. Therefore our sum now has become easier, like 40 kg by 100 kg. Now you need to cancel this, so the unit will get cancelled. Why? Because it is a pure ratio, the unit will not exist. The 0 cancels. Then again 2 times 4 and 2 5 times 10 is equal to 2 by 5, or equal to 2 is to 5. So here this 40 kg is to 1 quintal. Its simplest form is 2 is to 5, means 2 parts of this is equal to 5 part of this. Now let's come to 10 paise and 1 rupee. Similarly, in number 5 you have 10 paise is to rupee 1, and I hope that you people can solve it very easily, because now you know that you have to convert both of them in the same unit. This 1 rupee can be written as 100 paise, and I am sure that you will cancel it and get your answer. Similarly, you have in number 6 200 meter is to 5 kilometer. So a student who doesn't know how to change meter into kilometer, or doesn't know that how kilometer can be changed into meter, then in that case difficulty will arise. Here the comparison of meter and kilometer is 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Therefore, this 200 meter is to 5 kilometer can be written as 5000 meter. Now, would you like to cancel this? Of course, I am sure you can cancel it very easily by dividing it by 10 every time. So when I divided both the denominator and the numerator by 10, this 20 got cancelled, this unit got cancelled. Similarly, 10 one times, again 10 one times. So here I get 2 by 50. Still my stomach is not full and I am going to cancel it more. 2 1 times 2 25 times is equal to 1 by 25, but I am not going to present my answer in this form. I'll write it in this form, in the form of the ratio of 1:25. Why not to come in question number 8, where we have 6 months. 6 months is to 1 by 3 years. So 6 months is to 1 by 3 years. So naturally we have to change this bigger unit into smaller unit, which is easier. See, you can change month to year also, but it is better to change the bigger unit into the smaller unit, okay, which makes our calculation easier. So here we have 6 months and this 1 by 3 year, this 1 by 3 year can be written as, let me convert this into improper fraction. 3 1 times 3 plus 1, 4 by 3 year can be further converted to months by multiplying this 4 by 3 into 12. So when I'll multiply this by 12, because 1 year is equal to 12 months, isn't it? You should know this. 1 year is equal to 12 months. Therefore, I have multiplied this by 12 to get my answer in months. 3 1 times 3 4 times is equal to 16 months. Now, this 6 month is to 16 month. So again I am going to mention it. 6 month is equal to or a ratio to 16 months. Therefore, when I cancel this month and further this 6 and 16 by 2 3 times and 2 8 times, I am going to get 3:8 as my final solution, isn't it? As I had told you previously, that when you are comparing, when you are finding a ratio, then ratio doesn't mean that it is always comparison between two units. It is comparison between two or more quantities having the same unit, isn't it? This means if you are comparing 2:4, you can also compare 2:4:6. So naturally, when you have 2:4:6, you will have to divide each of them by one number only. So let me divide this by one number, 2. I'll divide this by 2 and 2 to finally get a simpler solution to 1 times 2 1 times. Similarly, 2 1 times 2 times and 2 3 times to get a simplified solution of 1 is to 2 is to 3 as our solution. This is how we find the ratio of two or more quantities. So in number 9 of question number 1, what we have patience. See, if your mind is still, I am sure that you will be able to grasp many things. Like 1 by 3, they have given you 1 by 3 is to 2 1 by 4 is to 2 1 by 2. Okay, so here we have more than two quantities. Let us first convert this into improper fraction. 3 1 times 3 plus 1, 4 by 3 is to 4 2 times is to 4 2 times 8 plus 1, 9 by 4 is to 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5 by 2. So 4 by 3, 9 by 4 and 5 by 2. I have problem. I have lots of problem whenever I see the denominator over here. So naturally I will remove this denominator first. In order to remove this denominator first, as I had told you that we need to multiply this by a specific number. So let me multiply this by a specific number 12. Specific number 12, 12 to remove the denominator. Now again you will ask me, from where you got? Are you a magician that you got 12? How did you get this 12? So how did I? So you have to turn your page or reflect again that I have found this 12 by taking out the LCM of 3, 4 and 12. So the LCM of 3, 4 and not 12, 2 is equal to 2, 3 to 2 times to 1 times. So is equal to 2 times 3 into 2 is equal to 12. See, I multiplied both. So first you need to find the LCM, not this 12. Isn't it? This was how I made you understand. But first you will find out the LCM and then you will multiply with the LCM, and what you will find that this problem got reduced into simple numbers, simple whole numbers. See, 3 4s are 12. Now 4 3s are 2, 6s are. So what I find that 4 into 4 ratio 9 is to 3 is to 5 into 6. Now do you think that these all three ratios will be cancelled by any particular number? I think no, they won't get cancelled by any particular number. Therefore I'll multiply this. 16 is to 27 is to 30 as our final solution of simplification of two or more ratios, isn't it? Till now I hope this is too much. We will continue next, isn't it? So I hope the concept is clear and you try to do the sums yourself. I'll be back very soon. Thank you, my child.